Hello, Patriots. I'm Lee Watts, and this is Patriot Point, your source for Kentucky news and analysis from a conservative, Christian, and common sense point of view. We're going to give you some news this week that you bet you're not getting anywhere else, but this is the kind of things that conservative, involved patriots need to know about. This week's topic deals with health care. The Kentucky State Legislature this week had just had its first meeting of a special committee, and it's going to affect you and your family. It is called the Certificate of Need Task Force. Now, some of you may wonder, what is Certificate of Need? Well, we brought in a celebrity to explain it.
A message from Mr. Monopoly.
Hello! I'm so excited about the Kentucky Certificate of Need law. It's how hospitals made a vast fortune with a medical care monopoly. I set up this alarm to alert me when patriots call to have this law revoked. Now I know which politicians to pressure. Oh goody, there's a call now. Wait a minute, I don't want people to call. Hello, yes, the people are demanding free market health care. What can we do about this?
Yes, we have there the Monopoly Man, basically explaining that Certificate of Need, it allows hospitals and such like organizations to basically have monopolies on providing care and services in a certain region. And then if you get somebody else that wants to open up, let's say, a burn center or an ambulance service in a certain area, they have to go to the state and get permission from a bunch of unelected bureaucrats in order to open up this ambulance service or burn center or any healthcare organization like that. Now, what this allows is the already existing places to say, listen, the community doesn't need that. And it's just allowed them to keep monopolies, and it's really hurt healthcare in Kentucky. It's hurt accessibility, and it's hurt quality, and it's hurt the cost for it. What we really have with Certificate of Need, this is just downright socialism. It is the government interjecting itself into the free market system, in this case, the system of healthcare, saying who can have what where without allowing competition. If I want to open up a little miniature hospital that's got like maybe 20 beds for care, then I would be the one putting up the money, doing the research, and if there's not a need for it, then the hospital would collapse because of lack of patients. So let the free market system decide this. This idea actually came up in the 1970s when the Democrats were in charge, and it was a federal mandate saying every state, you have to put this in or we're going to cut money off from you in various programs. But they realized, took about 10 years, this does not do anything it was intended to do. It's made quality go down, cost go up, accessibility go down. So in the 1980s, when the Republicans were in charge of Congress, then they repealed this law, and they're like, you don't have to do this anymore. But right now, Kentucky has a Certificate of Need law on the books. But this task force has been created because the state legislature is considering getting rid of this law like many of the other states have. Here's some of the reasons for it. This is a wonderful organization called the State Policy Network. Notice the research they have about Certificate of Need. Certificate of Need laws have failed to achieve their stated goals and have actually done the opposite of what they were intended to do. Again, what they were intended to do was to make costs go down and accessibility go up, and it's done the exact opposite. They go on to say, who do Certificate of Need laws help? And they say, quote, it helps existing hospitals, doctors, and other medical providers. Certificate of Need laws shield these groups from competition. This is a direct quote, and it's exactly what we're talking about with socialism, saying it's going to be whoever the government declares and not allow a free market system. They go on to say, who do Certificate of Need laws harm? Direct quote, Certificate of Need laws harm patients and taxpayers who face higher health care costs and fewer options. So yes, Certificate of Need laws allow hospitals and such to exercise monopolies and not allow free market competition. So we need to get rid of this law, and the state legislatures formed this committee that's actually going to consider it. Now, here is the list of the people who are on the committee. You see, I have every senator's name, every representative, and their email address. I encourage you to contact them and encourage them to suggest to the legislature to say, hey, let's repeal certificate of need laws in Kentucky. When you contact them, remember, some of them may already be on your side. When you write, remember to be brief, be courteous, and ask them to contact you back with what they will be doing. Because I can tell you this, those people who have the monopolies right now, they're going to be contacting the legislators and saying, hey, don't repeal this law. And they're going to be giving campaign contributions to anybody who says, don't revoke this law either. So we, the people, the ones who actually vote, need to contact them and encourage them to get rid of this bad law. Let's step away from socialism and move back toward a free market system. Research indicates that states that have gotten rid of certificate of need laws now have 11% less cost of health care, and they have more hospital beds in their states. Now, here's something interesting. When I was doing my research, you know who I found out? Do you know who needs to get a certificate of need? It needs to be a birthing center. This is some place that says, all we do here is we give birth to babies. That's what we do. They have to prove there is a need for that in order to do it. But under Kentucky law, abortion clinics don't have to get this. They are automatically exempt. Yes, that is correct. In KRS, which stands for, this is Kentucky law, KRS 216B.020, paragraph 1 says, certificate of need shall not apply to abortion facilities. I was asking some of the legislators about this, if it applied to abortion facilities, and some of them, they didn't know about this. So here is the law. It's the law reference. This was put in place by the liberals when they were in charge, saying abortion clinics don't need it, but birthing centers, you do. It was a way to control that. So let's get rid of this law and let's go back to a free market system. That, I give you all the list for the senators and representatives that are on this committee. I encourage you, contact them. Be brief, be courteous, and let's make a positive difference for what's going on in Kentucky. States that are really the leftist liberal states have expanded this. States like Washington, Nevada, Illinois, they are pushing more towards this. And we don't want to be like that. We want to be states such as the state of Florida, which is moving away from socialism more to a free market capitalist system. So this is something that is going on in Kentucky right now that would directly affect you and your family and a way that you can actually make a positive impact about it. This is the reason that I hope you're a subscriber to Patriot Point, that you'll watch each week, and make sure you share this video, because I guarantee you other media sources aren't talking about this. So until next week, I'm Lee Watts for Patriot Point, reminding you that liberty is not a spectator sport.
A message from Mr. Monopoly.
Hello! I'm so excited about the Kentucky Certificate of Need law. It's how hospitals made a vast fortune with a medical care monopoly. I've set up this alarm to alert me when patriots call to have this law revoked. Now I know which politicians to pressure. Oh goody, there's a call now. Wait a minute, I don't want people to call. Hello, yes, the people are demanding free market health care. What can we do about this?